What is a network switch layer? Let's start with the basics. OSI, Open System Interconnection, is a model that explains 7 layers. Computer systems communicate with networks via these 7 layers. It was developed during the late 80s for both users and manufacturers as it allows people to know which layer needs hardware or software. What is a Layer 2 network switch? Layer 2 network switches operate in Layer 2 of the OSI model, which is the data link layer. Layer 2 is responsible for the communication between two physical nodes. The Layer 2 switches work with MAC addresses. They have a single broadcast domain. Ethernet is the protocol that runs on the data link layer of the OSI model. In an Ethernet network, all the systems are connected with a switch via an Ethernet cable. Ethernet cables are physical cables that are connected to physical ports, Ethernet ports, to provide connectivity with other systems and applications. For access layer and user connectivity, mostly L2 network switches are used due to faster data transmission and traffic because it works in a single broadcast domain. What is a Layer 3 network switch? Layer 3 or L3 switches function on the network layer of the OSI model, and Internet Protocol, IP, is used on this layer. Layer 3 of the OSI model network provides data routing paths. Data is transferred in packets to the end device in an ordered format. They don't recognize the MAC address when being used as an L3 network switch. Unlike L2 switches, these have a per port broadcast domain, which means each port can simultaneously have its subnet and route packets. These switches are primarily used in data centers and enterprise businesses, where demand for scalability and routing is high. The connection method is the same regardless of routing capability for L2 and L3 switches. An L3 switch also connects with other devices in the network via the same RJ45 cable or an Ethernet cable. How to decide? Layer 2 switches are simple to set up and configure. As the routing characteristics are not entertained, much of the complexities are eased with the generic feature set. They can be deployed as link switches and can be the termination point for multiple ISP links. When deployed as an edge/link switch, the network becomes scalable for future needs and expansion. If you have a small business or home network, then going for a Layer 2 switch would be beneficial in terms of performance and cost. In comparison, Layer 3 switches are the best option regarding scalability and routing needs. Instead of buying a separate router and a switch, it would be economical to go for an advanced Layer 3 network switch from Cisco, Juniper, or Aruba. Layer 3 switches can be used to build and design secure data centers and enterprise networks. Layer 3 switch can also work as a perimeter switch that will likely distribute the overall internet traffic inside an organization.